Hey guys, it's BizRound. I want to share a trading strategy that I used over this past weekend to earn myself a mere Kalandra worth of profit in just a few days. What I was doing was trading these melding of the flesh jewels. If you aren't familiar with these jewels, there's two roles on here which determine the value of them. The most important is the second role, -% to all maximum elemental resistances. It rolls between -6 and -4%. And currently, the only valuable roll is if you hit -4%. The top roll also matters in determining the value of these. It rolls between -80 and -70%, -80 being the least valuable, and -70 being the most valuable. So the people who are farming these bosses are identifying these in hopes of hitting -4%, and they're currently selling their -5 and -6% rolls for really cheap. So with the changes of divine orbs and the removal of the divine orb recipe in 3.19, it's not going to be worth divining these, but what you can do is use the 3 of a kind vendor recipe, and you could vendor 3 meldings in return for a new melding with a new roll. So we're going to be vendoring these in hopes of hitting -4%. It's a 1 in 3 chance, and since we're vendoring 3 of them and getting 1 in return every time, it's only going to take us 7 meldings on average to hit a -4% roll. So it's a bit of a gamble, but I'll go ahead and show you my method on how I determined what I was comfortable buying these for. So there's 11 different outcomes of hitting a -4% roll, -70 being the best and -80 being the worst. So what I did was I searched a -80 roll with -4% all resistances. They were selling for 2 divine orbs. So I divided that by 7 because we're going to need to purchase 7 meldings on average to hit a -4%. And that would be the worst outcome with hitting -80. So 346 divided by 7 came to 49.4 chaos. So I set up a live search and I put 50 chaos as my maximum buy price. And I was buying anything 50 chaos or lower. I was buying them anywhere between 30 and 50 chaos when I was doing this over this weekend. I ended up purchasing 617 meldings. My average buy price came to 42.9 chaos. My total investment was 26,479 chaos. My total return was 58,027 chaos, netting me a profit of 31,548 chaos. In divine terms, that's 182.4 divines. I purchased my mirror for 173 divines, so it actually netted me about almost 10 divines more than a mirror doing this. If you divide the profit by 617, it was 51 chaos. So that means every time I left my map to go purchase one of these meldings, it was like I was getting 51 chaos in return. I ended up doing 255 set completions. The number of times I hit -4% resistances was 104 times. So I did a little bit better than the 1 in 3 chance. I hit -4%, 41% at the time. And I listed out the number of times I hit each roll here. So if you want, you could take a look at that. I also listed the average sell price each one of these was selling for. So like I said, I wasn't making any profit off these 2 divine or 2.1 divine sales I was doing, but I was seeing profit every time I hit something above 77% resistances. And the perfect ones when I was selling these was going for 7.3 divines each. So that's about a 5.3 divine profit when you're hitting the perfect ones. You can see here it's a bit streaky when you're doing these. So I wouldn't go ahead and buy these if you only have like 90 chaos and buying 3 of them at 330 chaos. There is a good chance you're going to lose money. But there is a chance you hit these big nice streaks you can see here. I hit my best streak, I think, was 8 in a row, which netted me a 23.7 divine profit in a row, which is really nice. But scrolling down here, you can see some dry streaks. Here's my worst dry streak. I hit 11 in a row where I wasn't getting a sellable 4% roll. And so I lost 5.3 divines before I was able to see any return. But then right after that, I hit 10 out of 14, netting me a profit of 24.2 divines. You can see here I hit a perfect one in here, which was a profit of 958 chaos on that set. And just scrolling down here, I inputted all my buy prices and sell prices. Here's another dry streak where I lost 4.3 divines before seeing any profit. So you're definitely not want to go do this with just a few hundred chaos. You're probably going to want at least 1,000 chaos if you're going to try this. And you're definitely going to want to make sure you search the prices of these before trying it as well. So my average buy price, like I said, was 42.9 chaos each melding. And the average sell price I sold a 4% roll came to 558 chaos. You can see here I was selling these meldings anywhere between 6 and 8 divine orbs. And just to show you that I'm not just plugging in a bunch of numbers on my spreadsheet, here's a clip where I recorded me buying a bunch of these and selling them as well. So you can see all the people I'm messaging buying and all the people who are messaging me trying to buy the 4% rolls that I was selling. So I think I recorded this when I had like the largest stockpile I had of the 4% rolls. I did sell all of these over the course of one weekend, and here's one selling for a perfect 470 for 7 divines. I think I almost had every single different kind of roll, so like a 470, 480. I had a ton in my unlisted tab here ready to sell, so I had multiples of every roll. So I'll jump into game here and I'll show you the recipe in game. So what you're going to need, just take these junk -6, -5 rolls here and vendor them. And we're hoping for -4%. So you can see here I hit it on my first try. We'll go ahead and vendor some more here. So I didn't hit it here, so we could use that for the next recipe. Here we hit a -4, -75 roll. So we'll keep going with these other ones here. Didn't hit it there. Didn't hit it there. So we have one more vendor here. Hopefully we hit it. And we did not. But I still hit 2 here, so I should still see profit. So I just purchased these today actually. So I bought 15 of these, so it cost me 480 chaos in total. I was buying them at about 32 each, otherwise 2.7 divine orbs. So we'll go ahead and price check, see if we made any profit. We hit a 475 and a 477. So 475 is currently going for 2.8 divines. So right there, I already made my money back. Then I hit a 477. They're currently going for 2.3 divines. So I made about 2.3 divines worth of profit in vendoring these meldings. And just to see that it's still working today, I set up a live search to search for anything under 50 chaos, and you can see a ton of these are getting listed. Well, not a ton, it's a little late right now, but you can see they're still coming up. So it's definitely worth setting up a live search in my opinion, and just picking up any of these uncorrupted ones. And then if you search here, there's still plenty listed. 30 chaos, 35 chaos, that is ridiculously cheap right now, considering they're still going for 2 divine minimum for a -4% roll. Anyways guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you like these trading tips or my profit crafting videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you're notified of future videos. Thanks for watching, and let's get rich in the Kalandra League.